Hi Ma, good morning. Welcome for today's session. In the last classes, we learn about availability, modifiability, performance, tactics, right? So in this class, I am going to conclude this in 3 months. The remaining tactics are very small concepts, okay? So in this class, I am going to cover the remaining 3 topics, 3 tactics, namely as security, testability, and finally usability. Okay, so let us start with the security. I think all of you know how to secure data, as we have a subject called as information security for you, INS. So the same thing what we learn in that regarding how to protect your data, how to identify attacks. So those are going to be verified in this, conveyed in this topic, that is 12th topic in this third unit is security tactics. So tactics for achieving security can be divided into three concepts. One is how to resist attacks, how to protect ourselves from attacks. Next one, how to detect attacks. We after attacking, we have to know, we have to any how to recover from the attacks, how to get back your data. So these are how many tactics we have to learn here. One is resisting, next one detecting, and finally recovering from attacks. And the picture representation for these security attacks is this one, attack tactics to control security in order to detect a system, in order to resist and also recover from attacks. Okay, so summary of security attacks. We have the techniques we are going to follow here. It is summarized. Security resisting attacks means authenticate users only have allowed. Authorized users only have permit to access our records or files, maintain data confidentiality by using encryption methods. Integrity, we have to check is there any modification of the data from source to destination. Limit exposure, we should not share our data to unauthorized person. Limit access also. Okay, and about detect attacks. How to detect our attacks is a basic intrusion detection and restoration and identification. See, we will see this concept here now. First, for resisting attacks. How to resist attacks means we have some methods which I given list in the previous slide. Those are authenticate users. Only the person who are legitimate users in our system are going to be allowed. So, how to verify these users are authenticate or not? By using login details, by using passwords, by using any iris scans like that. Okay, so passwords, one-time password, digital certificates and biometric identification provide authentication, right? And authorized users. Who is authorized user? Even though he is an authenticate person in our company or in our system, they may not have access to our files. For example, the CR is authenticate person for your class, but CR don't have any permission to access any data from a faculty. Right, he is authenticate person from your class because he is not outside from any our college. He is one of the member of the college only, but he don't have access to the faculty information. The same with us also. The faculty don't have access to the HODs. If that is the case, that is called as authorized users. Authorization is ensuring that the authenticate users have the rights to access and modify either data or services. Access control can be by user or by the user class. Means we have to give permissions, either read, write or execute permissions to the user. Okay, maintain data confidentiality means our data should not have to see by any other person outside of our premises. How we have to do this? Encryption methods. Encryption, decryption methods we have to do. So data should be protected from unauthorized access. Confidentiality is usually achieved by applying some form of encryption of data and communication links. So by using encryption only we can get the security or confidentiality. Maintain integrity. See, I have transferred 20,000 to some person. Okay, but what happened is in the middle of our transmission, the 20,000 has been modified to 40,000, double the amount. Okay, so the next 20,000 has been debited from my account because of this transaction. So we have to check whatever you have been sent. The same have to received by the destination also. Okay, the B person also sent by the A. Have to check, should not deviate from the normal operation. If that is the case, it is called as integrity. Data should be delivered as intended. it can have redundant information encoded. For that we have to use the hash methods. If you remember the checksums or hash functions in the INS subject, we can use this in order to verify. See what is the checksum? Whatever text you want to send, we are going to give some extra data to this. How you are going to get extra data for this text? It is a checksum or hash function. We are applying some functions on the text. Some output is going to be get. That output is going to be attaching to the original data. After receiving by the receiver, you have to perform the same operation which is done by a sender. Okay, if they get the same output as a attached hash function, so means if a data has not been modified. Even if one bit has been modified, means automatically what we can conclude that your data has been modified and there is no integrity. Limit exposure, that is the same. We should not expose or we should not share our data to many people, and access also. We should not permit them to access our data or unknown persons. The firewalls we can use. Next, detecting attacks. How to detect attacks? See, whenever the normal stream is going on, if there is any deviation from the normal operation, by using some thresholds like that, we can detect the attacks, right? So the best concept is intrusion detection attacks. Intrusion detection means by internet concept, the internet streams. Okay, see, the detection of an attack usually through an intrusion detection system. How? So systems work by comparing network traffic patterns to a database. What is the present network data pattern? What is the next one? If there is any deviation from that, see, for example, a number of people are requesting for the service, which is not going to happen every day. If that is the case, we have to check why people are requesting for our service today, which is not yesterday or day before yesterday. We have to check that. So that is a case of misuse detection. The traffic pattern is compared to historical patterns of known attacks. Whenever there is a possibility of anomaly detection, means a deviation from the normal stream, when comparing with the historical data, then we can say that yeah, something happened and we have to be alert. So frequently the packets must be filtered in order to make comparisons. Okay, so how these packets have to be compared? By using the protocol, we are going to use TCP flags, payload sizes, source or destination addresses or port numbers. So by using these fields, we can compare the pattern of your data. So later we can do some analysis or methods we can use, okay, to verify what extent the attack has been happened and what worse thing has been happened to our data. Later we can recover that. Okay, and how to recover from data? How to recover from data means restoration. We have to we have to use the checkpoints. From the checkpoints where the data has been, the status of the data is going to store as a checkpoint. Whenever some data has been crashed because of some security problem, we can go back to the checkpoint and we can get back from the checkpoint, the recovered. Okay, of course, we may not be able to get off the checkpoint data after the checkpoint, but we can get the data up to checkpoint. Concerned with the restoring state and along with the attacker identification, where we have to recover from, where we have to recover from which state, and finally who has been done that. Okay, next. The tactic for identifying attacker is to maintain an audit trail. So who is taking, who is logging in, what type of data they are going to use, who modified the data. So all these things we have to maintain as audit trails. Okay. Audit trails are often attack target themselves and therefore should be maintained in a trusted fashion. Okay, ma. So that is about the security tactics, and coming to the testability tactics. Testability is a very, very important, ma, because we have to check whether it is functioning properly or not. From the beginning to the ending, it's a big problem. Okay, so we have to check each and every functionality, operation, execution, and output also. Okay, so the goal of testing, the goal of tactics for testing is to allow easier testing when an increment of software development is completed. So see the figure here, completion of an increment means we have been modified and we have to check. So with this testability we can find the faults. Okay, summary of testability tactics. How to manage the input output means how to record and playback, separate interface from the implementation, specially access routine interfaces, and built-in monitors. Where we have to test, when we have to test is a big issue. So for that, what they want to convey is whenever input is going to be given, whenever output is going to be get. Okay, so at the time we have to record and play back what is happening, what we have given and what we got. That's first thing. Next one is the interface. Interfacing is moving from one phase to another, moving from one module to another module by using interfaces. At that time we can test the functionality. If a first module is working properly, automatically it can give some data to the second module. If the second module is working properly, it can get the data from the first module and can operate on the data. Right? That is second interface, second method. And finally, specialized interfaces. We can specifically apply some special interfaces which can verify these tactics. Sorry, which can verify this running of this architecture. Input output. The first one is a record playback. Okay, so what it does is refers to both capturing information, crossing an interface and using as input to the test harness. Okay, so operation is saved in some repository. So whatever operation is going on at the background is saved some repository. Separate interface from implementation. Instead of maintaining and verifying the data from the normal interface, we are going to maintain some separate interfaces. Okay. Specialized access routes and interfaces. So special testing interfaces allows capturing or specification of available values for a component through a test harness as well as independently from its normal execution. Whatever said previously, that is enough to you. So the small techniques here. Internal monitoring, built-in monitors automatically whenever an program has been invoked or module has been invoked, automatically they are going to be invoking and testing. There no need to be verified on each and every aspect, especially or separately by the user. Automatically when do this. So what they will verify, what they will test is they maintain state information, performance load, the capacity and the security and other information is going to be verified and tested by this concept. So this interface can be a permanent interface or a temporary, that is up to you. Okay, and last tactics is usability tactics. What is the usability is, it is mainly concerned to the users, how the users are feeling, whether it is a comfort to the user or not. Okay, if that is the case, where we have to check the user comfortness, the user responding concept. It is the tactics we have to deal for the users concept wise are usability tactics. Let us see. Usability is concerned with how easy it is easy for the user to accomplish a desired task. How the user feeling with comfort is nothing but the usability tactics. Two types of tactics are going to be used. See, the first one is nothing but supporting the user during the system execution. Whenever some program is going to be running, what the user is expecting, okay, what the user can is going to respond for some outcomes, how he is going to respond. This is nothing but the first one. Second one is at the time of the designing, user interface design and supports the interface developer at design time. So at the design time we have to think some tactics by which the user can feel flexible. For example, portability issues. Okay, graphical interface means the presentation of your output to the user, the effectiveness of your output to the user, how they are going to be. So all these are going to be dealt in this second interface. First at the time of the execution, next at the time of the interface concept, at the time of the design. And the tactics diagram is user is going to make a request. The tactics to control usability are using given appropriate feedback and assistance, right? You should feel comfort from the system or the architecture. So what the tactics we have to follow is, here we have two types only. One is the runtime and next one is the design time. See, we will see this remaining all combinations are at the time of runtime and the design only. First one, runtime. Maintain a model of the task. So whatever you are going to perform, first we have to maintain a model, we have to check, we have to execute, we have to get the output and we have to verify the output. How the user is expecting and what he got. We have to first test that. Later we can implement the same in our original architecture. In this case, the model maintained is that of the task. The task model is used to determine the context, environment. So the system can have some idea of what the user is attempting and provide various kinds of assistance. For example, every sentence should start with a capital letter the user is expecting. Okay, if that is the case, we have to change that concept. Maintain the model of the user, maintaining model of the user. So for example, I am a person newcomer to the software, so how he can operate, what are the features he want to be verified, okay, and what are the expectations from this model. So all things I have to think from a user perspective only. Okay, in that case we can easily verify what are the requirements of the user. Thereafter we can use the better quality to the user. So in this case, the model maintained is of the user. It determines the user knowledge of the system, the user behavior. Yes, whatever the knowledge you have, whatever the behavior of the user is going to verify here, will give the output. Okay. For example, maintaining a user model allows the system to by scrolling, so the pages do not fly faster than they can be. See, when you are going to read, if you are going to scrolling your pages very fastly, the time is very fast in scrolling. So the user not able to get the proper action, right, where you want to go. So you have to go back again and again. So instead of that, try to maintain a slow whenever scrolling is there. So like that, some of things we have to be verified. And maintain a model of the system. So what is this model of the system? We can use the word is simulation. Yes. So simulation we have to maintain, we have to execute your data, and we have to check the outcome also. Right? Determines expected system behavior so that the appropriate feedback can be given to the, first we have to execute your data in advance simulation. Later we can give that same data to the user. The system model predicts items such as the time needed to complete current activity. Okay ma? So coming to the design time tactics. At the time of the design, so separate the user interface from the rest of the application. We have to separate the user interface from the rest, and we have to verify the design. Okay, changes have to be localized only. No need to affect to the any customer or the user. Okay, whenever there is a changes which are frequently doing, they should have separate interface. They should not disturb the user. Right. The software architecture pattern developed to implement this tactic and to support the modification of the user interface are. Some of the softwares, the author has been given some of the softwares, but I don't know about the softwares. I didn't went or I didn't verify this, to be frank. But these are some of the tactics, namely to verify the design of at the time of or testing the user interface. Okay, model, view, controller, presentation, abstraction, control, see him, and arc syncly. So these are the softwares by which we can verify the user interface. Okay. Right. So this is end of our unit unit 3. Right. In the next classes we will start the unit 4. After your examination, try to write your exams perfectly. Okay. And you get the better result. Okay, better percentage. Right now. Okay. Bye for this today.